Hello and welcome to my channel today, Boo Snakes and More. Today we're going to be talking about the 10 strongest superhero movie characters, so please like this video and subscribe to the channel. And for more videos like this, watch my other house channel, A&A Snakes and Stuff, my youngest son's channel, Henny's Toys and Games, or my oldest son's channel, Little Chris 10. Now let's dive into the video. It's a frequent debut among comic book movie fans. Who is the most powerful superhero ever? These films have brought our favorite, most iconic superheroes to life. We watch them soar across our screens, their powers on full display. Some of these characters can destroy buildings with their fists and devastate cities with energy blasts. For others, their power lies in their minds. These superheroes can distort reality and invade our minds, twisting our perception. A few of these heroes have weaknesses. Most of them, though, are basically invincible. To compile this list, we focused on superheroes. No supervillains here, which excludes Ikeus from the Eternals. The ranking of these superheroes is certainly up for debate. Like we said, it's an endless argument. But in our minds, here are the most powerful superheroes to ever grace a movie screen. Number 10, Hancock. Not every superhero movie belongs to Marvel or DC. Hancock follows a very different kind of superhero. An irresponsible alcoholic with no memory of his past, whose reckless behavior often endangers innocent lives rather than saves them. Hancock, Will Smith, is an invaluable immortal with supersonic flight capabilities, superhuman strength and stamina, and highly developed regeneration. Why does he have these abilities? Well, as it turns out, Hancock is a god. His only weakness is the presence of other gods, which would drain him of his powers and turn him into a mortal. Hancock ends the film with his powers intact, making him one of the strongest superheroes in cinema. A sequel is reportedly in the works. Number 9, the Hulk. After getting blasted by gamma rays, Bruce Banner transforms into a green monster known as the Hulk. In most of his film appearances, the Hulk is an unstoppable force fueled by rage. Hulk's superhuman strength often leaves devastation in his wake and seems to know no limits, making him one of the most powerful superheroes in the MCU. He can leap unnaturally long distances and destroy entire buildings simply by clapping his hands. He's practically invulnerable, capable of shrugging off bullets in most life-threatening situations. The Green Giant has been portrayed by several actors over the years, including Eric Bana in The Hawk and Edward Norton in 2008's The Incredible Hulk, now played by Mark Ruffalo in the MCU. Hawk is the powerful fist of the Avengers. He's like the star player on the team. Everyone feels more confident when Hawk is partaking in the battle. From what we've seen so far, only one Marvel superhero has been able to hold his own against Bruce Banner's Hawk. Number 8, Thor. Famously played by Chris Hemsworth, Thor is a mythological Norse god of thunder. He's also one of the MCU's most iconic and most powerful heroes. Thor wields Mjolnir, an enchanted warhammer that greatly enhances his abilities as a god. Thor is immortal and has been alive for millennia. He can be killed, though. It would take a very powerful superhuman to do it. His godliness also grants him an insane amount of superhuman strength, stamina, and durability. Just how strong is Thor? Let's put it this way.
Mom, can you pause your video?
He's the only Marvel superhero who can confidently hold his own, round for round against Bruce Banner's Hawk.
Who?
And that's before he discovers his fighting powers.
Oh, Spider.
Thor.
Oh, Thor.
Once he's supercharged by lightning, Thor is virtually indestructible. As we saw in Thor Ragnarok, he would have beaten the Hawk if the Grand Master Jeff Goldblum hadn't sabotaged the fight. Thor's arrival in Avengers Infinity War is a huge turning point in the battle, even though they still lose. And it's mostly because he failed to aim for Thanos' head. Number 7, Captain Marvel. Just before Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson, disintegrates from the Thanos snap in Avengers Infinity War, he sends out a Hail Mary SOS call to the universe's last resort, Captain Marvel Brie Larson. After being accidentally exposed to transacted energy, Kara Danvers is transformed into a human pure hybrid with remarkable powers, an extraordinary cosmic powered superhero. Captain Marvel has superhuman strength, speed, stamina, and durability, capable of absorbing and manipulating energy. She can project explosive blasts of energy and also use that energy to enhance her abilities. Captain Marvel was set up to be the secret and ultimate weapon of the Avengers, the most powerful member of the team. Number 6, Superman. Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive. His drum roll, please. Superman. Few comic book superheroes are as iconic as the Man of Steel. An alien from the planet Krypton, Superman came to Earth and developed superhuman abilities from the planet's sun. He possesses superhuman strength that trumps every other movie superhero. He can fly and project laser beams from his eyes. He has heightened senses that grant him X-ray vision and allow him to hear across great distances. He can even reverse time with his flight speed. Superman also has an impressive exterior. Even his eyeballs can deflect bullets. Seriously, is there anything this guy can't do? And that's always been one of his problems. Superman's invulnerability aside from kryptonite and his endless list of powers is one of the character's biggest criticisms. Superman has appeared in multiple movies and franchises over the years. He's been played by several actors from Christopher Reeves to Henry Cavill to David Corenswet in the forthcoming film Superman. For many fans, Superman is the most powerful superhero in the comic book world, but we disagree. Number 5, The Serenity. Lewis Pullman is the latest addition to the MCU. He appears in the recently released film Thunderbolts, which has helped revive interest in the franchise. The Serenity is a complicated case. He's mentally unwell and has a supervillain persona inside him called the Void. When the Void is triggered, he becomes the main threat of the film. At the end of the day, Serenity is a superhero and ends the movie as part of the team. Before that, though, he easily defeats the Thunderbolts in a fight and is introduced as the Avengers' sole replacement. Let that sink in. One superhero to replace an entire team of superheroes. That's how powerful Serenity is. This guy has superhuman strength and speed, flight, and is practically invulnerable. He's basically a Superman ripoff, but the MCU jacked him up even more, giving him a whole host of psychic abilities in addition to the classic physical traits. Number 4, Professor X, multiple Marvel films. Charles Xavier, also known as Professor X, is the X-Men's leader and mentor. Unlike most superheroes on our list, his power doesn't lie with his physical strength, but with his mind. Professor X is an incredibly powerful telepath. In most films, we see him reading people's thoughts, memories, and emotions. But really, he can do so much more than that. If he wanted to, Professor X could control a person's mind, manipulate their thoughts, and project mental illusions into their heads. With Cerebro, he's able to enhance his powers and reach every human mind on the planet. Professor X is so powerful that when he suffers from dementia in the 2017 film Logan, his mind is considered a weapon of mass destruction. Professor X made his film debut in Fox's X-Men trilogy, where he's played famously by Patrick Stewart. Stewart even had a cameo in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, making the character's first appearance in the MCU. A younger version of Professor X, now played by James McAvoy, later appeared in a series of X-Men prequel films. But regardless of who plays him, one fact remains: Professor X is one of the most powerful superheroes in the Marvel multiverse. Number 3, Jean Grey. The only mutant more powerful than Professor X is Jean Grey. Like Professor X, Jean appears in Fox's X-Men trilogy, where she's played by Famke Janssen, and then later in the X-Men prequel films, where she's portrayed by Sophie Turner. In both series of movies, Jean starts out as a powerful telepath who is levels below Professor X. But both series come to reveal the true depth of Jean's mental powers, which have been restrained and controlled by Professor X. Jean has advanced telekinetic and telepathic abilities that, when unleashed, are more powerful and more dangerous than anything Professor X can do. And when she merges with the Phoenix Force, forget it. Jean Grey becomes a cosmic, unstoppable force, more powerful than anything in the Marvel Universe. Well, almost. Number 2, Scarlet Witch.
I have to share this with you, Mom.
We know. We said no villains. But for the majority of her appearances within the MCU, the Scarlet Witch, Elizabeth Olsen, is an Avenger and a superhero. Over time, she becomes one of the MCU's strongest characters, a powerful sorceress with the ability to harness chaos magic. What does that mean? It means that the Scarlet Witch can alter reality, creating illusions and manipulating time and space. She also possesses Panasonic abilities, which allow her to project energy blasts and perform telekinesis, telepathy, and levitation. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness shows the true extent of the Scarlet Witch's powers, morphing her into an unstoppable force and a villain fit for a horror movie. Not even the Sorcerer Supreme himself, Doctor Strange, or the aforementioned Professor X can bring her down. The only person who can stop Scarlet Witch, it seems, is the Scarlet Witch herself. Number 1, Dr. Manhattan. Like we said, comic book fans love debate who is the strongest superhero, but most of them would probably agree the definitive answer is Dr. Manhattan from Watchmen, adapted from the legendary graphic novel Watchmen, presents a realistic setting where superheroes are more like costumed vigilantes than superhumans. But that perception changes with the creation of Dr. Manhattan. Billy Crudup, like most superheroes, he's an ordinary guy who transforms into a superhuman through a freak accident. Dr. Manhattan is an omnipode, all powerful being whose perspective isn't confined by past, present, or future. He can change its physical size and alter matter into whatever he wishes. He does not require air, water, food, or sleep, and he is unable to exhaust himself. He's an immortal being and also an invincible one. Within the Watchmen universe, Dr. Manhattan isn't really a superhero. He's a living, breathing god. Thank you for watching this video and peace out till the next one.